It all began with one ship, one dock, and one cargo of grain over 300 years ago, and has grown into the great port city of Baltimore. Only one high school in Maryland teaches students the skills to become a part of this economic engine.
You can see Baltimore. In terms of the base economic number for what the Port of Baltimore means, it would be $4 billion, B with a B, $4 billion.
Having a transportation technology curriculum in a 300-year-old port city just makes sense. It allows our students to access a huge industry in Baltimore and be a part of it.
There's not just one particular pathway that they can choose multiple pathways.
Our students are learning firsthand and being taught skills in the school, including deck operations and engineering. Whether it's for dual enrollment with our community colleges.
We would give them a very clear pathway to achieve exactly what their goals are, because it's not the kind of opportunities you see on a daily basis, particularly in an urban setting.
It feels accessible to students, even when some of them have become disengaged with school.
For the parents, I think it's something that they could see your child progressing very quickly.
I believe the Transportation Technology program has the capacity to re-energize our students.
Hips, push those knees out, Beautiful, you got this.
We're parking.
It's really exciting for the kids to get this big picture idea of working on the water in Baltimore, outside of Baltimore, and even possibly outside of the United States.
On the water and attracted to the water and boats. And I knew that one day that I'd be running a boat for my career. I wasn't exactly sure how that was going to happen.
It's very powerful for kids to understand that at 18 they can get on a ship and go to work and earn a livable wage anywhere in the world.
Port of Baltimore handles more cars than any other port in the U.S. The Port of Baltimore also handles more roll-on, roll-off, or heavy farm and construction machinery, more of that type of cargo than any other port in the U.S. The port generates over 13,600 direct jobs, but even broader than that, the Port of Baltimore is responsible for nearly 130,000 jobs in the state of Maryland.
Just being on the ship is like a whole new environment, and I just learned a lot.
We do a couple of big trips during the year. We've gotten to do Tiger cruises with the U.S. Navy on the Oak Hill.
I was already prepared, nothing was a surprise.
I know there's no other school in the city, in the county, in the state of Maryland that has the Merchant Mariner program, but I also don't think there's anybody else who offers the amount of experiences that this program is offering.
Baltimore, Maryland, Ohio.
The opportunities will present themselves for multiple students at multiple levels to do multiple things.
It's an opportunity that has high school to work opportunities available, high school to college opportunities.
There is mentorship, there is guidance, there are examples of someone who has come from an urban setting and where they have gone and how far they have achieved.
So after I graduated from Morgan State, I was recruited by a company that had all the Navy's SUSAL contracts. And then from there, I had the opportunity to move up very fast. I had a chance to work for the Coast Guard for the Fast Response Cutter, the FRC program. They gave me all the training you can imagine. And not only the training was great, I got my master's when I was at the Coast Guard. Chance to travel and see different places, even as a civilian, it was always exciting for me. Coast Guard, they really drive on having an employee, making sure they're the best individual they can be, so you can be successful, so they can be successful.
And once you get your Merchant Marine credentials and your TWIC card, it's yours forever.
And I just think that everybody's excited about what the opportunities are going to present to the urban kids that live in the city.
I'm here to tell you that the Port of Baltimore and working at the Port of Baltimore is an excellent career choice.
And our students are learning the value of the maritime industry right here in their hometown.
It was good because the type of teacher that we had, she made everybody feel comfortable and always was there, and she was very supportive.
That people actually choose it, that there's a lot of jobs out here that's like on the water that you don't know about, and It might seem like you need a lot for it, but you don't. For here, honestly, you just need a high school diploma.
When I first started here, I was an intern. I was a labor worker. I wasn't even called an electrical helper yet. So when I came in here, I was a WG1, and I'm now a WG8.
So it's a good place to start. It's a secure job, secure career. Once you do your probation, nice money, making 20 plus an hour off rep. So it's a good place to start for you. Get your life going.
What I like the most about working here is I get to travel a lot here with the expense, and not on my own expense, and I get paid for travel. And I like the amount of money I receive here. It's a lot of, you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. It all depends on what would you like to make. You can get money, and then you can have everything that you want, a car, a house, whatever you want. I do like what I do here for the Coast Guard. I'm only 22 years old. I'm interested in a lot of stuff that the Coast Guard has provided me to get into.